Welcome to the new Extreme Rules pay-per-view in WWE 2K23 Universe Mode. We're kicking things off with the 24/7 Championship. Who will answer the call? This is set to be an amazing night of action, and oh my god, Bryan Danielson is challenging for the 24/7 championship. It has been an emotional couple of weeks for the American Dragon Bryan Danielson. Of course, at Clash at the Castle, he and Wheeler Yuta failed to become Raw Tag Team Champions. Then a number of weeks ago on Raw, Bryan Danielson failed to win the WWE UK Championship from then champion Butch. And then a couple of weeks ago, Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta were kicked out of the Blackpool Combat Club from Jon Moxley due to Bryan and Wheeler's failures. Now Bryan Danielson, all on his own, looking to win the 24/7 championship here at Extreme Rules, challenging the new champion T-Bar. And this is going to be an amazing match. I didn't even think Danielson was even here. As Danielson looks ready, here comes the new 24/7 champion T-Bar of Retribution, making his way to the ring. You see there Mustafa Ali accompanying T-Bar to the ring. T-Bar representing SmackDown in this matchup. You see the title right there around his waist as Retribution looks stronger than ever. T-Bar, of course, a former hardcore champion in Universe Mode as well. What a way to kick off our Extreme Rules pay-per-view here on Universe Mode. Of course, this is booked by both myself and Wolf Ferris. As I apologize, we are back to Extreme Rules. The 24/7 T-Bar of Retribution entering the ring, and he is set to defend his 24/7 championship against former member of the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson. As what a development, what a way to kick off Extreme Rules. Bryan Danielson feeling confident, hoping he can become a champion. Weighing in at 270 pounds, he is the 24/7 champion, T-Bar. T-Bar is one dominating human being. He should never be either. Should Bryan Danielson, a match we never thought we would ever see. T-Bar making his first title defense of his reign, and it is against someone who is arguably one of the best wrestlers we have in Universe Mode, and Bryan Danielson, 24/7 championship on the line at Extreme Rules. Bryan Danielson, the challenger. T-Bar, the champion. And believe it or not, Bryan has never been a champion in Universe Mode. And T-Bar, starting off the match strong, beating the absolute hell out of Bryan Danielson in the early going of this matchup here at Extreme Rules. Of course, T-Bar on SmackDown beat former 24/7 champion Wes Lee on SmackDown to become champion. And we got a long night of action ahead of us. T-Bar cover, hooks the leg. Our main event, undisputed Universal Championship, Jon Moxley versus Kevin Owens. We have Candice LeRae versus Julia Hart. If Candice LeRae loses, she must join the House of Black. And T-Bar with an amazing athletic move, taking out Bryan there. And bam! Boot right to the face. Bryan didn't expect this much fight out of the champ here tonight. T-Bar from the top, taking Bryan out. Didn't get all of it, but it was enough to get the job done. And remember, Bryan cannot win the 24/7 championship by countout or disqualification. T-Bar quickly bringing Bryan back inside the ring. And a lot can argue Bryan's body hasn't been the same in recent months. A lot of people could say he's probably a little bit washed up. Knee right across the face. It has been all T-Bar since the opening bell, but now Bryan trying to get back in this thing. T-Bar just too strong. Oh, throwing Bryan into the corner. Oh no, on the top. What does the 24/7 champion have in mind? As T-Bar now has Bryan. No, you gotta be kidding me. Spanish fly from the top. This is awesome, Chance. This is our first match in the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Think about how much more amazing moments we are going to have. Bryan now trying to get a little bit more momentum, but T-Bar just too strong. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. We also have the United States Championship on the line. Claudio Castagnoli defends against The Miz and Sami Zayn in a triple threat tables match. We have Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo finally going one-on-one. T-Bar now in the corner. Bryan Danielson. Oh, drop kick right into the corner. And this could be the momentum that the challenger needs. Bryan Danielson looking to win his first piece of gold here in Universe Mode. Oh, discus lariat. And that stopped Danielson dead in his tracks. Oh, but T-Bar going for the quick cover to retain against Bryan here tonight. Oh, but Danielson with a kick out at 2. This match continues. And T-Bar, you could see a bit of frustration starting to show. As now T-Bar with a sidewalk slam. Mustafa Ali has got to be loving this. Showing by his protege. As now T-Bar, oh, look at the power. He has one of the best in the world beat here on pay-per-view. This could do wonders for his Universe Mode career. As now the champion heading to the top. Oh no. Oh, the amazing moonsault. Cover. Hooks the leg of Danielson. And Danielson kicks out again. T-Bar frustrated. Danielson, that was probably out of pure instinct. Oh. And now Bryan knows what he has to do. Went for the forearm. He's probably too fatigued. T-Bar is just too damn confident, too damn strong. From the top. Oh, trust fall. That has got to hurt in the morning. Of course, Bryan Danielson has suffered numerous injuries in his career. He wanted to prove to Mox and the rest of the BCC that he can still go in the ring, but it's very clear Bryan Danielson isn't in the best shape right now against T-Bar here tonight at Extreme Rules. And now T-Bar going for it. has Danielson in the feast your eyes. Cover, hooks the leg. And T-Bar retains the 24/7 championship here at Extreme Rules. Bryan Danielson wanted to win the championship, but T-Bar too damn dominant. T-Bar still the 24/7 champion, defeating Bryan Danielson in what is probably the biggest win in his Universe Mode career. What a way to kick off Extreme Rules here on Universe Mode. T-Bar still the 24/7 champion. Well, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a long night of action ahead of us here on Extreme Rules. But coming up next, a match that was announced yesterday, an Extreme Rules match. Julia Hart going one-on-one against Candice LeRae. If Candice LeRae loses, she will have to join the House of Black, after Candice LeRae was put under a bit of a spell by Miss Julia Hart. These two women go one-on-one. Which one of these two will get the victory? We find out next at Extreme Rules. This is streaming live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/MrWillym. And it will premiere live on YouTube shortly after, as we are here for another Extreme Rules match. As the valet of the House of Black, if you will, Julia Hart, making her way to the ring. And Julia Hart has been ever so dominating over these past couple of weeks.
Making her way to the ring from Minnesota, Julia Hart.
And of course, very recently, Julia Hart has formed a little bit of an alliance with new assignee to SmackDown's former TBS champion Sky Blue. But Julia Hart tried getting Candice LeRae to betray Indy Hartwell last night on SmackDown. Didn't exactly work to her advantage. And then Julia Hart making this match official for Extreme Rules, that if Julia Hart beats Candice LeRae in an Extreme Rules match here tonight, Candice LeRae will have to join the House of Black. Look at the eyes of Julia Hart, former SmackDown Women's Champion, looking to tear down the SmackDown Women's division. She is ever so dominant, one of the most dominating women in all of Universe Mode, as here comes Candice LeRae of the Way, making her way to the ring, her pay-per-view debut here tonight.
From Riverside, California, Candice LeRae.
And of course, Candice LeRae was at ringside for most of that tag team match between The Way and the House of Black. It wasn't until Sky Blue hit an unintentional elbow to the face of Candice LeRae that LeRae was able to break the spell, and LeRae accepted this challenge that if she can't beat Julia Hart, she needs to join her. This could be big for Candice LeRae's Universe Mode career if she's able to win here on pay-per-view. But here we go, Julia Hart, Candice LeRae, Extreme Rules match. It is underway right now. Our second contest of the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and Candice LeRae getting a good start with a DDT. And look at Candice yelling at Julia Hart. Very personal for Miss LeRae here tonight. Oh, and now an amazing arm drag to the former women's champ. And Candice LeRae, she does not want to join the House of Black. She wants to do good. She wants to be a role model for all the little boys and girls that are looking up to her. And went for more stomps. Julia Hart able to counter into a drop kick. And Julia Hart, went for a kick, missed. And of course, Candice LeRae's husband is in action next. Johnny Gargano and DIY taking on the Wyatt family. Nice moonsault there, cover. Oh, but a quick kick out. More damage would need to be done in order to get the victory. Candice, tornado DDT on the floor. Of course, Johnny Gargano and DIY are in action next against the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Wyatt family. You got to think Johnny Gargano has got to be watching this, because if his wife loses, she joins the House of Black. Brutal strikes by Julia and a shooting star. Johnny Gargano probably doesn't approve of this stipulation, and another ensiguri there by Julia. These two locking horns on the outside. Of course, the pinfalls or submissions need to happen inside the ring. There are no countouts. There are no disqualifications under Extreme Rules. As now Candice LeRae, bringing Julia face first into the ring apron, the hardest part of the ring. And now, Julia Hart now, with a DDT on the floor in her own right. And now Julia Hart just circling around the ring, probably searching for a weapon to use in this match. And that's exactly what she's looking for. She has a ladder. She was looking to bridge the ladder in between the apron and the announce table. But Candice LeRae, brainbuster on the floor. And the ladder just disappeared. As now LeRae went for another knee. Hurricane Rana there by Julia Hart. This is a very action-packed match. No weapons being introduced yet. These two just want to beat the living hell out of each other. As now Julia grabbing a kendo stick. And now LeRae looking for a weapon of her own. She's got a sledgehammer looking to play the game. And both women. Julia now utilizing the kendo stick. Right to the head. LeRae might have a concussion. Julia for the win. And that was almost it. LeRae would have joined the House of Black. You heard the WWE Universe there a couple of moments ago saying, we want tables. Wait a minute. Candice, out of nowhere. She hit this on Julia last night. Face first onto the canvas. Candice LeRae looking for the biggest win in her Universe Mode career. Candice LeRae with the win. Oh my God. I couldn't believe that match went that short. Candice, bam! Right to the head. And Candice LeRae beating Julia Hart here tonight. Which means Candice LeRae will not join the House of Black. And Candice LeRae celebrating. She can't even believe that she just got the victory here tonight, beating a former SmackDown Women's Champion in Julia Hart. Candice LeRae with the win, and she's celebrating the fact that she does not have to join the House of Black. Congratulations to Candice LeRae. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, our next contest here on Extreme Rules, the Raw Tag Team titles are on the line as Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, DIY, with the biggest match in their Universe Mode careers as they challenge the longest reigning Raw Tag Team Champions, Braun Strowman and Brody Lee, for the Raw Tag Team titles. A real-life David versus Goliath situation here. Who will walk out as Tag Team Champions? We find out next at Extreme Rules. I want to thank so many people who have made Extreme Rules and Universe Mode a huge success. As here comes the challengers, DIY. You see there Johnny Gargano and there's Tommaso Ciampa making their way to the ring. As DIY, of course, a number of weeks ago, On Monday Night Raw, DIY defeated Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day to become the #1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles in a huge upset. Gargano and Ciampa looking to prove that they belong on top of the Raw Tag Team division, getting the win over the longest reigning champions Braun and Brody here tonight and becoming Raw Tag Team champions. Gargano and Ciampa, two of the greatest underdog stories in the history of professional wrestling, as now they reunite and they look to take the Raw Tag titles from the champions, the Wyatt family. As Gargano and Ciampa appearing ready, they know that the pressure is on. As here is the Exalted One, Brody Lee. Of course, Brody Lee and Braun Strowman reunited in Universe Mode to challenge Miro and Butch for those Raw Tag Team titles after the real-life passing of Wyndham Rotunda, a.k.a. Bray Wyatt. Of course, you see the lantern there that Braun Strowman is holding. That is indeed a tribute to Bray Wyatt, who is our current hardcore champion in Universe Mode. And in their first match back together as a full-time tag team, they won those Raw tag titles from Miro and Butch of the Brawling Brutes. And ever since, Braun Strowman and Brody Lee have been reigning supreme as champions, beating the likes of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, beating the likes of the Hardy Boys, and now they face DIY for those tag team titles. As let's not waste any more time, tag titles on the line.
Is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 400 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano,
DIY looking very confident.
660 pounds. They are the Raw Tag Team Champions, Braun Strowman and Brody Lee.
And of course, on paper, it seems like the Raw Tag Team Champions have the match in the bag, but we have seen stranger things in Universe Mode before. We've seen bigger upsets in Universe Mode before. Hell, we just seen one in Candice LeRae beating Julia Hart in an Extreme Rules match. But you see there, that's what it's all about. The Raw Tag Team Championships on the line, as Tommaso Ciampa will start things off against Braun Strowman in this tag team title match. And of course, the monster of all monsters, Braun Strowman, starting things off strong for the champs. And now, of course, DIY walking into this match with a huge amount of momentum. They won both their singles matches against the champions. Of course, Tommaso Ciampa beat Brody Lee one-on-one. Johnny Gargano beating Braun Strowman one-on-one. And now Ciampa getting a bit of momentum in for DIY here. Oh, nice stomp to the head there by Ciampa. And Ciampa, known as the Black Heart, a little bit ruthless, as now it's Gargano tagged in. And of course, Gargano's wife was just in action against Julia Hart, so that could add a lot to DIY's confidence in this matchup. At least it should, as Gargano, nice neckbreaker to Brody. And now, oh no, Johnny Gargano, the disrespect, and you don't want to disrespect the tag champs. Oh, double underhook suplex right to the back of the neck of Mr. Gargano. And now Brody Lee, shot of the midsection. Oh no, he's going to go for the Razor's Edge power bomb. That's gotta hurt. And now it's Strowman tagged in. And at first, Brody Lee and Braun Strowman started off Universe Mode as rivals. It seemed like they hated each other. But then when they agreed to team up yet again, they've been an unstoppable force. Strowman now to retain the titles. No, quick kick out by Gargano. As now Johnny retreating to the apron. Of course, later on, we'll see the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line as the longest reigning champions in Universal Mode history, the Usos, take on Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. Oh, Brody Lee went for a kick. Gargano, though, oh, knee right to the face. And DIY in complete control for the time being in this tag team match. As now it's Ciampa tagged in, but now here comes Brody with a choke slam to Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, and Ciampa tried to get back to his feet. Brody, though, bringing Ciampa into the corner. And now Brody, snake eyes, head first onto the top turnbuckle. And now went for a power slam. Ciampa lands on his feet. Great move. And that goes to show DIY need to use their quickness against the Wyatt family. Tag to Gargano. And now the challenger is looking for a double team maneuver. Oh, elbow there by Gargano. And Brody tags in Braun. Oh, went for a clothesline. Gargano moved out of the way. Oh, but of course the size of Braun Strowman. Oh my God. Bam. And Braun appearing confident. Oh, but Gargano, look at the strikes. Gargano, the courage of this man. Oh, but Braun just pushing Gargano. Oh, and a chop right at the top of the skull of Mr. Gargano. Is now Brody Lee. Oh no, Gargano poison Rana from the ropes, stunning Brody Lee. And now taking him down. Can we be looking at our next Raw Tag Team Champions in DIY? Oh, drop kick by Lee. The late great Brody Lee looking to get the win for his team. Ciampa, though, Irish whip, went for the elbow, missed. And Brody with another drop kick. And now Ciampa wisely rolling out of the ring, but now Brody going after Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano, not even the legal man in the matchup. Oh, back first on the apron. And now Ciampa wanting to go after Strowman. Oh no. Ciampa now. Oh, skull first on the apron. Brody Lee on the top rope. But Ciampa. Oh. Brody Lee missed the mark completely. That could buy DIY some momentum. Ciampa. Arm drag. And now Gargano tagged in yet again. Great frequent tags by both teams. Another drop kick connects by Brody Lee. Very fast-paced matchup here for the Raw Tag Team titles. As now Lee wanting a suplex. Gargano moves out of the way and hits a chop block. Oh, went for the neckbreaker. Brody rolls through, but Gargano still with the momentum. And now drop kick. Oh, and who could forget at Clash of the Castle when Brody Lee beat when the Wyatt family beat the Blackpool Combat Club and the Briscoes in a triple threat tag team title match. Goes to show how dominant that these two have been, and how Brody Lee getting some control back into the matchup against Tommaso Ciampa. As now Brody Lee going to tag in Braun Strowman. Oh, clothesline connects. Cover for the victory. No. And now Braun posing for the fans in attendance. Goes to show the confidence of the champion. Taking Ciampa down. Oh, and now Braun going after Gargano. Just to make sure Gargano does not get tagged in. Which means it's momentarily 2-on-1 for Tommaso Ciampa. And look at Strowman just stalking his prey. Ciampa has no idea where he is. Strowman with the cutter connects. And Strowman looking to waste little time. Oh, he wanted to tag in Brody Lee. But Ciampa still defying the champions. Clothesline. Strowman still on his feet. Ciampa tried to earn some momentum back. Ciampa now in the champion's corner. Ciampa still fighting back. Strowman now into the running power slam. Connects on Ciampa for the win to retain. Oh, Gargano at the last moment. The match continues. And now Ciampa went for the elbow. Strowman still on his feet. Ciampa got to be thinking, what do I have to do to get Strowman down? Tommaso Ciampa now trying to put Braun Strowman onto the ropes. We're only 3 matches in, and this has been an amazing Extreme Rules event so far. And now Ciampa again with a nice neck breaker. Only the best of the best can compete on pay-per-view. DIY with a quick rise here on Universe Mode to become one of the greatest teams in all of Universe Mode. They want to prove that they are the greatest. Oh, Ciampa, Widow's Bell. Widow's Bell connects on Strowman for the win. Do we have new champions? No. That was the best opportunity DIY could have possibly had. Ciampa, discus lariat. Mocking Brody Lee. And now that bought Ciampa momentum to go and tag in Johnny Gargano. Gargano now. Oh, stomps right on the gut of Strowman. They know that the monster's down. They want to create separation. Frequent tags now. Smart strategy by DIY, keeping each other fresh. Ciampa now. Going to the top turnbuckle. This could be DIY's time. Ciampa. Knee right to the face. And now Ciampa signaling that the match is over. Look at the brutality of Mr. Ciampa. And now going to tag in Gargano. It's now Gargano's turn to deal some momentum on the monster. But first, Gargano trying to gain support from the WWE Universe. DIY could do it. Oh, stomp. Strowman is busted open. Oh, stunning Johnny. And now the momentum quickly gunning towards the Wyatts. Oh no, look at this. Oh, right to the back. That's gotta hurt. Discus clothesline to retain. No, Ciampa breaking it up. You can see frustration settling in on Mr. Brody Lee. And now the big boot to the face. Lee went for the discus again. Gargano moves out of the way. Gargano trying to tag in Ciampa. Brody Lee wanting to stop that from happening. Gargano rolls through. Into the kick. Back and forth battle here at Extreme Rules. And now Gargano tagging in Ciampa. Lee is stunned. Oh, and again a drop kick. I guess Brody Lee was playing possum. Ciampa now again with the Irish whip. Leapfrog. Drop down. Oh, went for the elbow again. Collision by both men. Now it's Lee's turn. Drop down. Oh, went for a spinning slam, but it didn't work. Oh no, now what's Lee thinking here? Oh, nice suplex there. Dominating Brody Lee, formerly known as Luke Harper. You gotta think Bray Wyatt is watching this match in glee over his brother's performance. And now Strowman tagged in. The monster now just towering over his competition. And again tagging in Brody Lee. The tag team champions with the momentum. They need to keep it up. Oh, nice suplex to Ciampa. But Ciampa's crawling. And Johnny Gargano's legal yet again. Johnny Gargano. Wait a minute. The Gargano escape. Gargano escape is in on Brody Lee. Brody Lee might have to tap. We're going to have new champs. Ciampa takes out Strowman. Lee's got nowhere to go. Gargano's got it in. Ciampa's playing protector. And Lee getting out of it. Match continues. Went for another dropkick. Lee is tired. Gargano taking Lee down. Gargano knows that this is DIY's moment. This is what DIY has been dreaming of, to become champions on the main roster. Ciampa now. Another arm drag to Lee. Cover for the Raw Tag Team Championships here tonight. No! That was so close for DIY. Oh, and now look at the strikes by Ciampa in a bicycle knee strike. Ciampa on the top rope yet again. Knee. Ciampa thinking of everything in his arsenal. Ciampa now going for the Project Ciampa. No, Lee getting out of it. Brody Lee now going to bring Tommaso Ciampa to the Wyatts' corner. No, again Ciampa trying to fight back. Doesn't want another double team. But Lee again. Tag to Strowman. Another double team between the champions. And the double back body drop. And now it's Braun talking trash. Ciampa rolling out of the ring yet again. And now Braun Strowman. What a tag team title match. Both teams at multiple points we thought were going to win the match. Both members of the challengers are down. Braun Strowman going after the legal man. Ciampa on the bad knee. Ciampa had ACL surgery years and years ago that took him out of action, costing him and Gargano the NXT tag team titles, and then neck injuries as well. Strowman with a choke slam to Ciampa. Count of 6 by the ref. Remember, champion's advantage, go to the Wyatts. Oh, and again a slam. It seems like the Wyatts are going to go do the coward's way out, wanting a count out victory. Count of 9. And the Wyatt family retains the tag team titles by count out. What a tag team title match with an unfortunate finish, as the Wyatt family, at the end of the day, when they realized that DIY could not be beat, they went the coward's way and won the match via count out.
And still, the Raw Tag Team Champions, Brody Lee and Braun Strowman.
Though that was not what the crowd had in mind. Strowman and Lee still Raw Tag Team Champions and General Manager, which I am. I would grant DIY a rematch because that match was amazing. Unfortunate finish, but due to the match rules, Lee and Strowman still Raw Tag Team Champions. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next match, the SmackDown Women's Championship, is on the line as Nikita Lyons, the #1 contender, looks to win her first piece of gold in her Universe Mode career. One of these two dominant strikers will get the win at Extreme Rules. We find out next at Extreme Rules. As we are back here at Extreme Rules and the SmackDown Women's title is on the line.
The SmackDown Women's Championship.
SmackDown Women's title is on the line, and here comes a woman who has been making waves over the past couple of weeks. Nikita Lyons, the #1 contender. Of course, Nikita Lyons earned herself this opportunity at the SmackDown Women's Championship, beating Lexi Bliss a number of weeks ago on SmackDown. And ever since, Nikita Lyons has been a heavy favorite to take that title from Athena. Can Nikita Lyons finally accomplish her dream and become the new SmackDown champion? Athena, she won that title at SummerSlam a number of months ago against Julia Hart. Athena managed to retain the championship against Shayna Baszler at Clash at the Castle, and now she has to put that title on the line once again against Nikita Lyons. Athena, of course, not a lot of good momentum in her favor, considering the fact last night on SmackDown she lost one-on-one against former member of Damage Control, Dakota Kai. You gotta think Dakota Kai could be due for a match against the winner of this match, as both women are in the ring.
Las Vegas, Nevada, Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons very stoked for this opportunity.
From Dallas, Texas, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, the Athlete.
Athena, a very proud champion, holding that championship high. The first of 2 SmackDown championships on the line. Athena handing that title to the ref. Nikita Lyons getting a good look at what she is fighting for, the SmackDown